Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. 3 or maybe 4 pieces of information for this video. First one, the Russians claim they downed a MiG-29. 2 articles for that one. Then the Russians claim the Ukrainians conducted a counteroffensive in Kursk, because the Russians claim they are on the offensive over there. The Ukrainians launch a counteroffensive. Now, I didn't pick the articles because of the counteroffensive. I don't really care about that one, to be honest with you. I cared about Sputnik claiming at the bottom or at the end of their article something about 13 HIMARS launchers being destroyed. That's why I picked that article. And the last one, the last topic here is why are presidents, chancellors, prime ministers, what are they afraid of? Well, they're afraid to be out of the office. Who can get them out of the office? Well, votes, money, special interests, intelligence agencies, military, coup, right? All right, Schultz, some people, and I will mention who, claims that Schultz will meet Putin before, I think it's the 23rd of February. Let me see, 23rd of February. Some people claim that he's going to come and meet Putin in Moscow. And then Schultz immediately comes and say, Varte, wait. Why Varte? What are you afraid, homie? So what if you go and meet Putin? All right, let's discuss these topics. Let's start with the first one. Sputnik. According to Sputnik, Russian aerospace forces down Ukraine's MiG-29 fighter. The Russian aerospace forces have shot down a MiG-29 aircraft at the Ukrainian Air Forces. The Russian aerospace forces fighter aircraft has downed a MiG-29 aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Forces, the ministry said in a statement. And here is Russia Today, January 5th. Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet shot down, Russian Ministry of Defense. Russian forces have shot down, do they tell us where? No, but they say the ministry also reported that Kiev's forces have lost several Western-made armor pieces, including a Bradley fighting vehicle and 2 Leopard tanks. 17 counterattacks by the Ukrainian armed forces have been repelled. The enemy has lost more than 410 soldiers, 2 Leopard tanks manufactured in Germany, an infantry fighting vehicle, and 3 armored personnel carriers, including an M113 made in the United States. Ready? All right, let's go here. Poland supplied Ukraine with several Soviet-era planes in 2023, but Zelensky noted that until Warsaw receives US-made F-35 jets as replacement, further deliveries are off the table. All right, next one. Sputnik. Russian troops repel Ukraine's counterattack in Kursk region. The Ukrainian armed forces launched a counterattack in the direction of Berdin farm in Russia's Kursk region at around 9 a.m. Moscow time 6 GMT on Sunday, and Russian troops defeated the assault group and destroyed 2 tanks. They say Leopard tanks, the Russian Ministry of Defense says. It says they had 12 combat armored vehicles with landing troops in the direction of Berdin farm. Where is that located? Here is Kursk. I'm not going to go to micro, but here is the Kursk invasion by the beautiful NATO. All right, let's see what else this guy say. Artillery and aviation of the Sever group of forces defeated assault group of the Ukrainian armed forces. 2 tanks, a mine-clearing vehicle, and 7 combat armored vehicles were destroyed. Let's see what we have here. Over the course of the day, a few losses were over 340 troops, 4 tanks, 3 infantry fighting vehicles, 4 armored personnel carriers, 12 armored fighting vehicles, 20 motor vehicles, and 5 mortars, according to Sputnik. Correct? And here we have again, since the beginning of the combat operations in Kursk region. So since they started in August 6, I think it was, somewhere. Anyway, Ukrainian forces have lost more than almost 50,000 soldiers, according to the Russians, as well as 273 tanks, 209 infantry fighting vehicles, and 153 armored personnel carriers. All right, and this is where they claim the same title. Russia repels Ukrainian counterattack in Kursk region. And we have here, let's go down. What's going on here? According to Russian Defense Ministry, Kiev lost total losses in 5 months since the launch of its incursion have reached over 49,000 servicemen, 273 tanks, 209 infantry fighting vehicles, 153 armored personnel carriers, and hundreds of other pieces of equipment, including 13 US supplied HIMARS multiple rocket launchers, not the launchers. So, this is what they claim. They said on August 6th, Ukraine launched the incursion. All right, so they said something about the Bradleys and one Bradley and I think it was 2 tanks, 2 German-made tanks, Leopard. Schultz may meet with Putin before February 23rd. German lawmaker. And here is the little weasel schoolboy. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz can visit Russia before early elections to the Bundestag planned on February 23rd, and a meeting of US President-elect Donald Trump with Russian President Vladimir Putin is planned for March. German parliamentarian from the Christian Democratic Union, Rodrik Kiesewetter, I think so, said on Saturday, and I'm quoting, "There are increasing indications that the Chancellor Schultz will travel to Moscow and meet Putin before February 23." According to this guy on X. Now, that's the first one. Second one, German opposition. This is according to Ukrainska Pravda. German opposition says Scholz may meet with Putin before 23 of February. Now, they all laughed about this setting here. They said, oh my God, what's up with this long table? Are you afraid of? No, but keep these baboons where they deserve. Far, far away from you. You know, if you don't know anything about methods of doing something to this guy when you meet, well, I suggest you get your information. I'm not going to say more on YouTube. So again, Rodrik Kiesewetter, defense spokesperson for the Christian Democratic Union, communists, has said there are signs that Chancellor Olaf Scholz will meet with Russian ruler Vladimir Putin before Germany's parliamentary elections scheduled for February 23. And this is the same. There are more and more signs that Chancellor Schultz will travel to Moscow or meet with Putin before February 23. Again, this guy also said a meeting between Trump and Putin is currently scheduled for March, and let alone draw their own conclusion on this. But hey, why would Scholz come 20 minutes later, which is right now, of this, and says Scholz calls claims about his possible trip to Moscow false, deeply indecent? What are you afraid, homie? I mean, really, why are these guys afraid of? What's going on? So he doesn't want to. So again, he says on Saturday, Kiesewetter said that on X that Scholz might travel to Moscow and meet Russian President Vladimir Putin before February 23rd, while US President-elect Donald Trump meeting with Putin has been scheduled for March. He did not provide any source of information. And I'm quoting this baboon, "This is a false statement," Scholz was quoted as saying at his party's meeting by the R&D media group. The German Chancellor added that such rumors were deeply indecent. Why are you afraid, man? Just because it's about the truth, as some are? Or what's going on? I mean, if that's not true, by all means come over and say, but there's no smoke without a fire. I think this guy wants to meet Putin. Remember, he called Putin, a few weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago? He wants to meet him. Why? He's gonna lose the elections. And he's trying to do what the Alternative for Deutschland has been doing. That is, being adults. So he's trying to be an adult. But it's too late, a little bit too late. But hey, since the plebeians' attention span is 3 seconds from their flea-eating frenzy, then there you have it, my friends. What's wrong with meeting the guy? Who tells you that that's a wrong thing to do? Someone? Your electorate? Who is that person? Who are those entities? I think is the guys behind all this, which are the big interests, banking interests, and military-industrial complex, and how do you call that? Resources, the natural resources, the energy industry. These are the 3. Then you have the military, industrial complex, that's a big one, make a ton of profit. Remember, que bono, who benefits? Follow the money. You're going to find out who's behind all these guys. Special interest. Do you think it's the population? Do you think this guy cares about the German people? I personally don't think so. You know why? For the decisions he made in the name of the German people, which is sanction Russia, which is actually sanctioning his own people. That's what it is. So that's why I don't think he cares for the German people. I think he cares for other people who make a ton of profit at this point, who support him with power, elected back. And then Scholz gets appointed as being the whatever he is, chancellor. My friends, that's the way I think it is. So the Russians claim they destroy a MiG-29. The Ukrainians started a counteroffensive in Kursk. The Russians claim destroyed within the 4 months, whatever months from August 6th. September, October, November, December, January. Okay, 5 months. From 5 months, they destroyed 13 HIMARS launchers. They destroyed in this counteroffensive what? It was a bunch of tanks, including 2 Leopard tanks and 1 Bradley American US made vehicle. Scholz runs with his tail between his, he doesn't have balls. Supposedly, according to Kissinger, what's his name, Kisser, Trump is scheduled to meet Putin in February if Trump is still alive by then. That's a big if, in my assessment. But I think Trump signed the papers, he's okay. That's why the media now is kind of nice to Trump. It's nothing like 15, 16, or 2020. Nothing like that. Why? Let me think. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.